Hello, how are you? Welcome to the day's stream. I hope you're all good. We are up and we are running. Welcome along. If you're new to the channel, we're pleased to have you with us. And if you're a regular viewer, big hello to you as well. I just want to say that this has been one exciting week, I've got to tell you. It has been going crazy here. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So how are you? How's your day going? How is your May Day? My May Day has been in here mostly. Out there it looks pretty grisly and pretty horrible, don't you think? It's one of those things, you know. The weather ruins every bank holiday. Does everybody else find that problem as well? So I want to say hello to a few people in the chat room. Jonathan Brewer is in there already, as is Nick over in Canada, in America, sorry. Hello, Tammy. Tammy's in the chat room as well. Big welcome along to you guys. I hope you're doing fine. Jonathan Brewer. What do you think of the shirt then? How's it for you? Andy, it's nice in South Wales, is it? Thank you, Jonathan. This shirt used to have a proper collar, but Deb's granddad did it for me because the old collar was going a bit dodgy on it and I wanted rid of it. But I wanted to keep the shirt because I like the shirt. It hasn't rained here, I don't think, but it's just been so grumpy out there today. It's not too bad inside. Have you seen all my posts in the week? It's been crazy, you know. And I've had a good week. It's been a real good week for me. I've had this transfer box thing. I told you about it earlier on, didn't I? I said to you that I was transferring all my videos. Let me see what I can find here. Let me show you if I can. Let's have a look. Is this going to work? Right, this is my little transfer box, and I've been using this all week, you know. And as you can see, the Blues Brothers are there. It's from a Canadian-American car show that I went to back in the 90s, about 1995. But it's so easy, this thing. I've done 60 of my home videos this week. 60 of them. It's been brilliant, you know. I don't know about you, but if you've got kids, my kids right now are 35, coming 36, and 39, coming 40. But it's been so nice watching them as little 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and things. It's been so really heartwarming and a bit bittersweet, I might add, to see them when they was kids. It was like, I can't wait to watch them properly, because at the minute I've only seen them through that little box because I've just been copying everything over. I've done 60 home videos this week so far, and I suppose I've got about another 25 to do. Once they're all done, I'm going to get them into the editing program and have a mess about with them and see how they go from there. And it'll be great to watch them properly again. I'm looking forward to it. I saw something that was a bit choky for me the other day. I've got to be honest. I was watching me mum and dad with my boys when they were babies. They've been gone. My dad died this month in 1994, so it's a long time they've been gone. But it's been lovely to see them up and about again. I haven't had the sound turned up because when I've been doing it, I've just been letting it go and carrying on doing what I normally do and sort of looking over. So I can't wait to get them all, once they're all done, to get them and start listening to them, because I don't know about you, but I forgot what my mum and dad used to sound like. Really odd, that. But yeah, it's been a real fun week for me with this thing. It's the best little toy bought in ages. I was going to buy one of the little cheapo 18 quid ones. Hi Kay, how are you? Welcome into the room today. I was going to buy one of those cheap 18 quid ones with a capture card that you plug into the computer. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm never, ever going to transfer them like that, because it involve me having to use a computer, and it would slow it down for doing other stuff. So I bought this little box, and it's been lovely. It's been lovely watching them. I'm so glad, you know, it's really funny that I bought my first video camera back in 1988, in the January of 1988. I know this because the first video that I ever recorded with it of my eldest son, it's basically 30 minutes of watching this 18-month-year-old walking around the living room and doing nothing else. But I knew it was the very first film I'd done, and it was the first time I'd bought it that day, because the box to the video camera was still sitting on the table. So I'd obviously pulled it out, shoved the film in it, and just started filming. But I'm so glad that I had that. I'd borrowed, when my James was born, I'd borrowed a video camera. Do you remember them great big ones that used to sit on your shoulder? I'd borrowed one of them, and I'd filmed probably about 5 minutes of my James when he was a baby. And I put the music to John Lennon's Beautiful Boy on it. And we had it on a video, and we kept it for ages. And then one day, my wife put it in the video recorder, not thinking, and recorded some guffy program off the telly. I went up the wall. I was so mad about it. Films is something special to me, especially when I lost our business and we lost pretty much everything. I kept all of those films, and I kept the video camera. So even though we lost pretty much everything, I've still got lots of film of my kids as I was growing up. So I've loved that. It has been an absolutely brilliant thing. I'm just reading your notes about me sharing some of the personal bits. Do you know what? I will. When I've got it all sorted and I've had a chance to put it through me editing stuff and probably tidy it up a little bit, because the video back in the 80s isn't that good a quality. I think it was, no, it's nowhere near 4K or whatever this is that I've got here. But I will tidy it up, and I'll probably use bits and pieces out of it, you know what I mean? And try and put them in the, I might put them on here and just talk about some of the things that we went to, some of the things that we did, just as an aside every now and again. I don't want to bore you with my life with my kids, because I could do that quite easily. I've got 8 films. James, I've got to say, my videos don't look too bad, really. They're not great, obviously, but they're worth keeping for me. I've got 8 films full of Florida, and I'm going to have to find you a bit, because I've got me, it was the Miami Vice here a bit, right? And I had one of them Crockett and Tubbs jackets, you know, the ones, and I used to wear espadrilles. I was a proper twat. But I've got that, so I'll have to get you a bit of film out and show you that, because it'll be a good laugh to see you again. Stevie, hello. I remember seeing you in the comments the other day. Nice to see you here. Who else is in here? Dino, hello. How are you in Scotland? Is it raining up there? And Jonathan Brewer, Mary Poppins poster. Where are you seeing that? Because I can't see it. It's nice to have you here, Stevie. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day today. Yeah, so I've been playing with that all week. It's been really fun. And I expect that I'm going to be doing it all this week as well, because all my videos changed to high 8, because I'm at 1996, I think it is. And from there, we bought a high 8 camera, and it was different. Oh, it's shining up. You're very lucky. It's been overcast here all day long, to be honest with you. Not much fun at all. Over my left shoulder. What, that one down there are you on about? No, it's not Mary Poppins. That's the Beatles, actually. It's a picture of, in America, they did an album, and it's one of the pictures that was taken for a cover of it. Yeah, they've all got umbrellas. They're sitting under umbrellas on it. It's a poster I bought, I don't know, yonks ago. It's worth a few quid. The last time I looked, the poster's now worth about 55, 60 quid. So I'm pleased to have it. I'd never sell it because I love it and I love the Beatles, as you well know. Yeah, it's been a quiet day for everybody, I think. I had my usual, I went to bed about 2:30 and had about an hour and a half to build my energy back up to do this. It's one of the things that I have to do these days. I'm still running low on energy. I wanted to go out and film more outside. But the truth of the matter is, my walking is absolutely terrible. We measured it the other day to see how far I can go before I run out of breath to start off. And I managed to walk 43 metres, which is nothing. It's 113 steps because we did that as well. My next door neighbour measured it out, how far I walked. And I did it. It took me, this is going to be awful. It took me a minute and 23 seconds to walk 43 metres. My wife walked it at the same time as me. And she did it in about 25 seconds. So you can tell I still haven't got my health back yet. There's a long way to go. And I have, to be honest, I haven't felt like going out and doing videos because it's just draining at the minute. So I haven't done that. What was the comedy thriller that you watched last night then? Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase. I expect it was a bit of a laugh. I actually watched a video the other day that's going to be on the next lot of videos. I watched films, I mean, that someone recommended me last week. And I've got this list that people have mentioned. Do you remember when I did the Feel Good Films thing the other week? I started getting lots of people mentioning different films. And so what I'm doing, I'm now actually writing down Foul Play to go and have a look at it, to add it to my list of films to watch. Yeah, so I'm adding films that people have told me to go and do, and that's what I'm up to, and that's what I'm doing. How's my healthy eating doing? It's going really well, to be honest with you. Deb's, for the last month or two, we took a look at all of the stuff that we were eating. I cut out fizzy drinks, you know, bottles of Coke and all that sort of stuff, because I used to drink at least 2 litres of fizzy Coke every day, which I know, not necessarily Coke, Diet Coke. It could have been orange juice, it could have been iron, it could have been anything. Do you know what I mean? And so we cut out all of those sorts of things. And I'm now drinking stuff like this. This is sparkling water with a little tiny bit of squash in it. It gives me the little fizzy buzz that I like, and it saves me, you know, drinking all the drinks. Food-wise, we eat quite well anyway, to be honest. We eat lots of veg, and we eat a lot of chicken. We don't eat so much of every other kind of meat. We eat fish. And so I'm still getting a healthy eating thing. I'm struggling to lose weight, though, although I did lose a pound this week. I seem to go down 2 pounds and then go up 2 pounds. Do you know what I mean? I can't get that balance. Because I'm not getting the exercise, I'm finding it really hard to lose the weight. So that's the situation where that's concerned. What else have I got to talk to you? Now, let me have a look. Got a question of the day for you. Someone's just mentioned caffeine. I don't have a lot of caffeine. I drink a couple of cups of tea a day. I don't drink coffee. We rarely have a bit of chocolate. I did have, as I said to you, when it was Easter, I did have an egg or two. Let's call it 2, because we kind of, me and Dad bought an egg and broke it in half, and we had half of it each. So between us, we had 2 Easter eggs, but I haven't had much. Apart from that, I did eat a wagon wheel the other day because I was starving, but that's pretty much it. Hi, Pamela, how are you? Nice to see you in the chat room. I haven't seen Pamela for ages. She lives in Cambridge. I live just outside Cambridge, so we see, you know, used to see a bit about her. She remembers me from my DJing days, you know. She come to one of my school discos all dressed up as a schoolgirl. I remember that, Pamela, do you? Yeah, I've got a fat belly too. I'm just having a quick look down this list to see what you were saying. DVD of water. I've heard about water. Funny you should say that, James. Someone's told me about that. Yeah, water. I've heard that that's supposed to be a good. Question of the day. Since we've seemed to have gone to talking about films, let's have the question of the day, shall we? What's your favourite film genre? That's the question. This week, it's a different film genre that's been my favourite. My favourite film genre this week has been watching my kids on video. That'd be my favourite. But generally, my favourite are musicals. Hi, Deb. How are you? Good to see you here. What are you doing on OJ's page then? Horror films for you. Do you know what? I've never really been a horror film buff. We were talking about it the other day, and we said we should go and start getting a few horror films and that and checking them out. I remember seeing years ago things like The Exorcist and all that. And do you remember I Spit on Your Grave? I remember seeing that. And a few others. But we're going to go and get a few. I did like Carrie and I did like Christine. I watched It recently and thought that was pretty rubbish, if the truth be known. But the horror films that I love are the ones that, when I was a kid, I used to sit up with me mum and we'd watch all of them. You remember the Hammer House of Horror films? Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, I can't remember them all, Bela Lugosi, Christopher Lee, that's it. Those guys. I like all them. They give me a nostalgic buzz. Do you know what I mean? You're watching it, are you? Pamela, you love vampires, do you? Ah. I'm just having a quick flick up through the chat room in case I've missed any of you, and I'm missing a few bits. Yeah, so I love a rom-com too, Kay, I have to say. I have all of those, Jonathan, on DVD. Some on Blu-ray. Yeah, I love a rom-com. I'm the total thing that I'm not a macho alpha male, I don't think, because get me in front of things like When Harry Met Sally, The Notebook, them ones with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, you know, Sleepless, and the other one with the bookshop. Love all of them. I'm really good at the names of films, can't you? You like mysteries, do you, Deb? I like mysteries as well. Are you the kind who likes something like an Agatha Christie? I remember Hound of the Baskervilles on the Hammer one. I remember. I'm looking to think about getting a box set of the Hammer films. I didn't realise, you know, that Hammer made films that weren't just horror. They made other films as well. I've learnt loads about that. I joined a thing today called Your Mum Got Your Watch. See, my mum did that to me too, Pamela. I got my love of the musicals from my mum. We used to sit and watch them. And she knew most of them word for word. I love things like Singing in the Rain. If you watched my video for what I watched in April, I watched Easter Parade. We watched that every Easter, really. I only watched Psycho recently, you know. I saw it for the first time about 6 weeks ago. I've been wanting to see it for ages. I don't know how I've never seen it that long, but I saw it, yeah, about 6 weeks ago. I thought it was quite good. The one that I want to see that I haven't seen is The Birds. I can remember scenes of it because I've seen them on the telly, but I've never actually seen the film itself. So I want to see the birds. I'm going to have to get round to that. I was silly, really, because a few years ago, when when we were in lockdown, I love Greece as well. When we were in the lockdown, I bought loads of DVDs because I had nothing else to do, did we, at the time? And I watched tons of box sets and films, and I could have bought an Alfred Hitchcock box set for 20 quid, and I didn't buy it. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I think I bought, what did I buy in its place? You know, the Sharp films. Do you remember them set in back in the old days in the wars? I got that. Rear Wheel Window is brilliant. I saw that recently. Recently this year. Saw Rear Window. That's the one with James Stewart and Grace Kelly, isn't it? Loved it. Oklahoma and Seven Brides. Awesome stuff. See, this must be my age, you know. Dave, that's probably where I saw it on the telly recently. I don't know about Rebecca. I don't know that one. Yeah, I kind of missed out. I should have got that box set. I've always liked the old films. I think it's because there's a nostalgic thing to me because my mum and dad watched them, and I used to watch them all the time, and I loved all that. Who is the... I don't... You've got me here, Stevie. Who is the wonderful Thelma Ritter? I do not know. I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to do some checking about, aren't I? So, yeah, it's been one of them weeks. It's been, do you know what? We've got coming up this month. Debs is going away on holiday, you know. She's going to Santorini for a week. I'm not fit enough to go, to be honest with you. And she's going for... It was her Mother's Day present from her daughter. And she's taking her to Santorini for the week. And she's been packing all day. I've stayed here, and she's been popping out the thing with all the different clothes that she's wearing on holiday. So she's going there soon. Sabrina, I think I've seen the old one. I didn't even know there was a new one. Real, and there's a classic. Hello, the story of the people. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our chat room. As you can tell, we do talk about film. We also, if you're pretty new to the channel, this meetup thing isn't one of those, like a lot of people do live streams and they talk about a subject all the time and they try and do teaching. I don't do any of that. The whole point of the Monday meetup. Hi Patrick, how are you? The whole point of the Monday meetup for you new people is that it's a chance for me to get to know you. Obviously, I see all your comments. I always try and answer every comment on the channel. So if you comment to one of the videos, you can pretty much be sure I'll answer it back. There's the odd occasion when one slips through and I don't get round to it. But the thing I love about this channel that we've got is the community and how we all chat to each other. It's been great. Well, thank you. Very kind of you to drop in. It's very nice to see you. Yeah, I love the community in this channel, and it's a chance for us all to get together, which has got me just thinking about something. One of our group is missing tonight, and I want to give him a member shout out. I was going to give him a shout out anyway. Chris Pomfret, he's one of the members of the group. He actually pays to be a supporter of the group, and I'm really pleased for that. Thank you very much, Chris. But, however, I just want to say I hope you feel well soon, because Sorry about that, flicking the wrong button. Chris isn't very well. He popped in chat room just before we started and said that he wouldn't be here tonight because he's not feeling well at all. So I just want to wish you well, Chris, and hopefully I'll speak to you very soon. Email me if you're watching this on replay. Email me, Chris, and let me know how you're doing. Right, getting back to this. Yeah, love a black and white movie. I do. I looked up that box, Jonathan, the Sherlock Holmes one, and it's quite cheap, isn't it? I saw it the other day. I put it on my little watch list for when I go and buy something next. Don't know that one, Patrick. You're going to have to fill me in on normal. So, Dave, have you I hope you can hear me. I am back. I'm just getting this all ready again. Can you see me? I'm back again. Sorry about this, guys. I am back. Did you see my Houston? We're having a problem. Do you know what? Last week I put this fan behind the camera and it's worked perfectly. This time it seems to have cut us off. So I'm back. We get back to do it again. I don't know why that cut out. It must be over. My camera must be overheating again. I did put the fan behind it. It's still there. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer. See if that'll help it. Hello, Brenda. Welcome to the chat room. Nice to see you. We lost a few. Well, the numbers have gone down because of that. Few think I've gone home and finished for the day, but no, we're not. I'm glad you can see me. I hate it when that happens. And I didn't even realise I'd gone off. I was so busy looking at the camera, I wasn't looking up there to see the video and see if it was working. So I didn't even know I'd gone off, and I don't even know what I was talking about then. So I'm sorry about that. I hope... Let me see. It's gone off again, and it's back, and I've just found out why. There's one thing I've got to tell you. I still am learning. I was about to ask you, yes, Sherlock, or Dave, as I know you. Are you called Sherlock because of the Sherlock Holmes thing? That's what I wanted to know. Because I just wondered, and I'm nosy, you know how it goes. Yeah, so we've got... I've lost my thread. I've totally lost my thread because I wasn't expecting the camera to go off tonight. Last time we done it, I thought to myself, oh, I know the camera kicked out because it overheated. So I was all ready for it last time. This time, because it worked last week, I didn't expect it to happen this time. So I've got all panicky. It's a terrible way to be, isn't it? Eh? So yeah. Oh, thank you, James, for hitting that. It seems I had a touch of frost. Yeah, it didn't like me. What I have to do, the only way I could get back. Ah, right, okay, Dave. I thought you'd named yourself Sherlock after the thing. Oh yeah, what do I think of films? I was overthinking it. You're right. I actually was. I was really at a loss of what happened there. What do I think of black and white films being restored? I've got It's a Wonderful Life, and I've got Miracle on 34th Street that were black and white, and then done in colour. And you know what? As much as I liked watching the colour versions of them, I went back to watching the originals. You tell me. I think a film that started off in black and white, I kind of like to stay that way. It's nice to see them in colour, but I think over time I go back to that. Ah, so. Oh, right. Okay, I've not seen Normal. I'll have to check it out. Let me scribble it onto my list. I'll tell you what. You guys have given me such a long list. I hope I can find them. I'll nip out and buy a few of them. You like the colour version, Stevie? Yeah, I didn't dismind it at all. But I kind of went back to the black and white one. I don't know why. I just feel it feels more comfortable to me. But it's a great film anyway, isn't it? It's one of them classic ones. Who was it in the... Now, if I took my shirt on, you'd see that often I used to overeat, not overheat. You love lists. I've got a list on my computer of all my favourite films. I did in fact, I've done a video about it. I've got my top 100 films are all on a video on here. And someone mentioned Grease earlier on, and I love that too. That's in my top 3 of them. I know, it's sad, isn't it? In fact, this morning, right, we was laid in bed listening to the radio, as you do when you haven't got to get up. And Hopelessly Devoted to You came on by Olivia Newton-John. And you'll be so proud of me because I absolutely murdered it. Like a squealing cat. It was awful. I can't help myself, you know. Can't help yourself. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Has anyone checked out my friend Jamie from The Rock and Soul? I'm trying to find him on the list here. He's gone. My chat room's moved. Jamie's Rock and Soul. Jamie Rock and Soul. Go and have a check out. He lives in Blackpool. I've never been to Blackpool, you know, and he has a walkabout the seafront, and he often ends up in an arcade. I love an arcade, me, because I come from that kind of family, and we used to have arcades. So it's nice to see what they're all up to these days. And Jamie's always in and out there trying to get a winner with his grandson, and he's a good watch. He always makes me laugh. And you're gonna have to, Jamie, when all of the lights go on, you're gonna have to do a tour so that I can sit and watch it. One day I'll get there, but I've never managed it yet. All right, where are we? Laurel and Hardy. I had some Laurel and Hardy films. They were only shorts though, and I had a couple of DVDs, and they were like it was just the short films, and no, they didn't do it for me. Yeah, in the pale moonshine, I know that one. Do you remember it being in the charts? I bet you was a little kiddo when that happened, weren't you, Andy? When Laurel and Hardy was in the charts with On the Trail of the Lonesome Pine, I was about 15. I was 15 then. I bet you was about 4, weren't you? Andy, get yourself a DVD player. In fact, get yourself a Blu-ray. Thank you, Jamie. I'll be in there to watch it. I want to see that. Andy, get yourself a DVD, man. I bought a cheapo one. I had a Panasonic one that was a nightmare to use and work on, but I bought a cheap one off of Amazon, and it's brilliant. It's a great little DVD. In fact, I'm going to do a plug now. You ready for this? In my Amazon store, if you go in the Amazon store and look there, that's the DVD player that I've got. It's in the bit that says miscellaneous, and about 80 odd quid. If you buy that, I might get £3 for that. But it's a really good DVD. I love it compared to the one that I had. It's so much better. It's not a 4K one or anything. It's just a normal Blu-ray, and it plays DVDs. It plays Blu-rays. What I like about the DVDs, it plays all regions of DVDs, and I've got a few. My box set of The Odd Couple is an American version, and the film that I love, Mr. Roberts, is an American version, and I couldn't watch them on my other Blu-ray player because it was a Panasonic and it was a good one. And I'll tell you what, this one plays them all, and it's lovely. That was good out of a charity shop. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be without my DVD player or my Blu-ray player, because I go to it so often. Your TV and I see 4K is a waste of time. I can't see anything on 4K. Can I tell you, Brenda, Prince Charles and Lady Diana, when they got married at the time, that was on my 21st birthday. And in them days, back in this country, pubs only used to open like normal times in the morning up till about 2 o'clock, and then they'd shut and they'd open at 7 o'clock. But that day they were open all day. And as it was my 21st birthday party, we were on a fairground in Colchester that year. Now, 81, they got married on my 21st birthday, July the 29th, 1981. We were open on a fairground at Colchester in Essex, and there was a pub there, and we booked a room in a pub, and everybody on the fairground was there, and a few come from other places around the country, and we had a great time. And it was good because the pubs normally shut at 11 and they didn't shut till 2 o'clock, so it was really, really good. So yeah, I got fond memories of Charles and Diana's wedding. It's very good of them to pick the same day as my birthday, wasn't it? Blues Brothers DVD. Is that OJ, or has Deb given you it back now? She. How are you, OJ? How's things? Have you started that job yet? Let's see a video. Let's see what you're up to. You're 2 decades below me, are you? I'm a 60s baby. You could tell I was born in the 60s. Look at this face. It's getting old. What else have we got to talk about? Good, OJ. I'm glad you're back. Deb was using your name earlier on. Oh, he's still at work. Oh, you are still using it then. Yeah, so I don't really, have that much to talk about this week. It's really over to you to let us keep going. I've got to try and sort some videos out. You're 9 years younger than me, Brenda. I can't do a dance-off competition, James. I'm not fit enough. Here's me telling you that I run out of breath really quickly and you want me to do a dance competition. I was good in my day, though, I was very good in my day. I was a proper disco man. I like discos. What have I got for tea? We are having Spanish chicken. She's told me and informed me, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we're having Spanish chicken tonight. I already know what I'm having tomorrow. We're having jacket potatoes tomorrow. Do a finger dance off. What like that? That's a bit boring, isn't it? I can shimmy, I used to be able to shimmy. I was all right getting around the dance floor. But my days of doing that are not so good these days. If you're wondering, right, why I'm looking up there, this camera is completely underneath the chat room on OBS. So, did they fly the chicken over? My daughter-in-law has chickens, right? She has got absolutely loads of them. She's got a big garden, right? And she bought this chicken coop. And the other day, she was on about killing one of them to have for a meal, this chicken. And she couldn't bring herself to doing it. And so someone strangled the chicken for her. And she couldn't pluck it. So they had to pluck it for her, right? And then she couldn't eat it either. She wouldn't cook it because it was one of her chickens. So she went down the supermarket and bought a chicken and they cooked that instead. She loves these chickens. I don't know why she wanted to eat one in the first place, but she never will. She keeps adding to them and they've got loads of the blooming things. Loads of them. Betamax. Betamax was so much better than VHS, You probably know that. One can dance at any age. You're right, Brenda. My problem is I suffer from sleep apnea, and I have to wear a mask in bed to sleep with that because I stop breathing during the course of the night. And we think that I may well have chronic fatigue syndrome because over the last year, my energy and my strength has got ridiculously bad. Yeah, she can't. She. If you can hear me, my camera is back on. It's gone again. It's frozen. It's blooming crazy, this thing, isn't it? Let's see if we can get it back up again. Right, we're back. Can you see me again now? I knew I was back on. I had the camera on, but I sort of didn't get it quite right. So let's have a look. Yes, we're all back again. It's bad, isn't it? This thing keeps... My energy levels have dipped. They have dipped. I'm getting near the end of the stream. Sully, hello. I just realised you've come in. No, I'd frozen again. Blooming thing. I thought I'd sussed it. Last week it worked to treat the whole thing. I've got a fan behind the camera and it's still overheating. So I'm going to have to find a way of doing this so that it doesn't keep stopping. Yeah, I'm annoyed. This camera, I love this camera. It's an action camera, right? And they do overheat, unfortunately. They're meant to be used when you're skiing down slopes and stuff like that. But I just find that I like it because of the picture it's done. I obviously like the fact that I can shove this wireless mic thing on it and it works really well. I'm thinking about getting another one. I've seen a new webcam that has come out quite recently, and I'm thinking about buying one of them. They're about 160 quid, and it's one of them. I might have to buy one. If this, I thought this was going to cure it, but no, I bought a new fan as well to put it behind the camera to try. And this week it's gone twice and I'm fed up with it, to be honest with you. I may well have to invest in another camera. I was trying to stop investing. I keep spending so much money. I bought this Stream Deck out of last month's bonus. So I've got to see about next month's one. This is going to have to stay and for at least another 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, it will be a right pain. To be honest, it's done it tonight twice, and I'm fed up with it already. I will have to. I'm going to have to invest some more money into it, and I know it's Britain, but to be honest with you, what happens on a hot day? It's really bad for this because the sun comes round the back and shines through the window straight on me. You may have noticed it the other week that when it was sunny, that it got bright and that. So yeah. I may have to do stuff. What else? What else do I know? Hello, how are you? You've made it back for the. It's just as well you've come now because it's crashed twice. You're not missing something. Yeah, he's stretching out my computer. Sure enough. I just want to thank, there's a few of you in here who are quite new. I just want to thank you for joining us. If you're listening to this on the replay, also, thank you so much because the channel is growing. Do you know, I got a thing today from YouTube telling me that I added 777 new subscribers to the channel last week. And last year, in the whole year, I only added, I think it was 912. So yeah, the subscriber number's going crazy at the minute, and I love it. This morning when I woke up, I went to bed last night, and the number, my little quirky number that I was looking for, was 7060, and it was really, it was fairly close. It was about. It passed the 7,000 last night about 7 o'clock, and I'm thinking to myself, ooh, I'm thinking to myself, oh Lord, we're getting close to that. By tomorrow, when I get up, it'll probably get there. When I got up this morning, I looked at my phone and it was 72, so it had gone past that. So the next number I picked is 7654. So that's my next number. It was at 72 this morning. I'm just looking at my phone. It's 7152. So we've added almost 100 subscribers today. It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy because I can't believe the amount of growth the channel has had of late. I did get some figures. I'll see if I can read them to you. Let me have a look. I've got them here. This is over the last 7 days. The channel has had 26,150 views up to this morning, which is 95% better than the week before. Watch hours were 1,475, which is 96% better than the week before. Subscribers was 777, which is 135% up. So all around, it's looking pretty good. And I do wish I'd started YouTube sooner, and I'll tell you for why. I wanted to start it, you know, when we were all locked down in 2020, I was watching YouTube and watching everybody and thinking to myself, these guys, look, they're having fun doing this. But at that time, there weren't many people on here my age. There were 2 that I could think of, and both of them had massive amounts of subscribers. But the other thing about the 2 of them was they was both dead. They'd died about 10 years earlier, and they'd got tons and tons and tons of subscribers. And I wanted to do this, but I couldn't find anybody doing it of my age. Now there's loads of us. And it kind of put me off, because I was thinking to myself, is this something for someone of my age? Am I going to be able to do it? Is it going to be a waste of time me having to go at this? Because I had an idea. I had an idea about doing it. And the idea was that I wanted to do these stories for my kids. When I was young, I had a great uncle. When I was about 19, he was about 80. And he lived just opposite us. And I used to go and see him probably every day. And we'd go and have a cup of tea, and we'd sit outside and he'd have a cup of tea. And he would tell me all these old stories about when he was young. And it was absolutely brilliant. And when he died, I thought to myself, I wish that I'd had a tape recorder and recorded them, so I had these stories for posterity. And it had played on my mind for years, you know. And in 2020, so I'm just reading your comments, Andy, sorry. In 2020, I thought about doing this for my sons, because when my marriage broke up, I moved to where I am now, and it's 200 miles away from where my boys are. So I don't see them tons, and I don't get the chance to tell them all these old stories of their past. And then I thought to myself, I wanted to tell them the things for their life, the things that I'd messed up with, the mistakes that I'd made, so that I could share them with them, so that they didn't have to make the same mistakes as me. So anyway, I put this channel together. I was going to do it in 2020 and didn't, and kept putting it off and kept putting it off. And then I kind of bit the bullet in 2023 and thought, I don't know why I'm worrying about doing this. It's only my boys that's ever going to watch me. And I started doing videos. They're awful. They're absolutely awful. If you go back to the beginning and you see them, they are absolutely awful. But it was a start. It got me started with it. And I never expected that I would get 20 subscribers. I only ever thought it was going to be 2, because I figured no one would be interested in listening to me, and I wasn't even sure that my boys would either. But I did it, and it went on, and 1 or 2 started to subscribe. And by Christmas in 2023, I had 400 subscribers, and I was thinking, wow, where have all these people come from? Can't believe I've got 400 subscribers. And I did a video just after Christmas, it was, about I'd stopped streaming, I'd stopped Netflix, and I'd stopped all them other things. And I did a video about why I stopped streaming and why I was going back to DVDs, although I hadn't stopped. And that took off, and that got me past 1,000. And then I've been doing it ever since then. Have I seen Primal England? Andy, I think Nigel is brilliant. I love watching him. I love the pace. There's a guy called Primal England. He walks along the country, in the countryside in the north of the country. I think it's in Lancashire. And he's got a dog called Molly, and they go walking pretty much every day. And he just chats. And he's such an interesting character. And he's brilliant. I love Primal England. He's well worth a watch. His mother died recently, and he did a video about how they didn't get on very well when he lived at home and that, and she was a bit of a bully to him. And he's such an interesting man. I think Primal England is one of the best channels. One of the best channels out there. I love watching him. He's so relaxed, he's so peaceful. I think he's awesome. That's my plug for Primal England, guys and girls. Go and have a watch of him. He's really, really good. I've lost myself then. Yeah, so that's how the channel started. And then one or two more came along over time. And it's kind of grew. It grew steadily until last year. Last year, my channel pretty much stagnated and didn't really do anything. I did get 900 subscribers over the course of a year, but I also lost tons. And I think that was down to not being well and worried about my health. And although I carried on, I think it affected the channel and the way that I did my videos. And so I think that was probably why there was no real growth in the channel last year. But this year I kind of decided that, stuff it, I'm not going to let that get the best of me. And that I was just going to give it a go and start enjoying it again. Because the one thing with it last year was that I didn't really enjoy things. I think because I wasn't well and I wasn't thinking about it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not well. But I kind of flipped a switch in my head and thought, I'll stuff this. I've got stuff to say. I've got things to do. I'm going to get back to doing it. And that's kind of how the channels went. I love my films. You know I love my films. I talk about it a lot. I love music more. But music for this channel doesn't do very well at all. I get very few views compared to everything else for the music videos I do. And I put a lot of effort into them because I try to add a little bit of the music and everything. And for the amount of work that they do, they don't bring any results. And I'm not sure that everyone likes them. I think some people like them, but the majority don't because they don't get the views. It's as simple as that. So I don't do as much music, although I love it. And I always want to do a bit more. But the stuff that I like to talk about is the stuff that's important to me, the stuff that's got value. And that's the stuff, the bread and butter of the channel, really, I suppose. The life lessons, the things to try and be optimistic, the things to raise a bit of enthusiasm. Because that's why I wanted to do this for my boys, so that one day, if they ever decide to have kids, they'll be able to point to the old granddad and say, that's who your granddad was, and this is the stuff that he liked. Have I worked out which my videos do best? I would say up until maybe 2 weeks ago, that the film videos do best. They tend to, and if I talk about DVDs, if I talk about my dislike of streaming, all them kind of things used to do really, really well. But I put a video out recently that changed everything, to be honest with you. And that's the one where I was talking about whatever goes all right, you're going to be okay, because you've got over every other thing that's happened. That one. And that has changed this channel totally. It's, at the moment, I think it's had 29,000 views, something like that. And it's brought in an audience that appears to be appreciating the stuff that I did back before, because I've always talked about this stuff. It's the content, I think, that has a bit of value about it. It's the stuff that people can listen to and go, yeah, he's been there too. You can tell I've been there too, because I've cocked up in so many things. I lost a business, I lost my home and all that sort of stuff. I was married for 28 years when our marriage finally died. I left with a disco and a van and had nothing. I left my wife with the house and all that. So I kind of have had struggles. I had someone today, I try to be helpful if I can. And somebody today was questioning me, saying you're going to be okay, and saying that how can you be all right and live for today if you're worried about the past and the future. Well, I've been there. I understand that kind of question. And I look at it like this. You can't do nothing about the past. There's nothing about the past that you can do. I love the past. I'm very nostalgic. So I still look back to the past because that's where I learned everything. All the mistakes I made are the things that I've learned along the way. I ain't a guru. I'm not the smartest kid on the block. All I am is a normal person who's gone through the crap of life like most people have, and at some stage or other has felt very alone because of it, even in a room of people. And I digress. And the future, I did a video about that too. You can't do nothing about the future. You can think about it, but who knows if you're even going to be here. So today is all you've got. And I had this conversation this morning about it. And then this person said to me, well, what if you were born a multi-millionaire? Well, I'm in a unique position because I'm friends with 2, maybe 3. Now, got to be honest, I drive a 21-year-old car. I ain't made of money, but I've got friends that are. And I talk about them a fair bit on this channel, to be honest with you, because they have problems too. We always think having loads of money, solves everything, but it don't. What I found with loads of money is that it brings you a whole different bunch of problems just at a higher level. My best friend is wealthy. He's got a really good business. He works more hours than I ever do. He hadn't had a holiday. He went on holiday last winter, but he hadn't had a holiday for 3 years. He never stops working. When I phone him and we talk about his business, he tells me all the situation he's going through. He bought a Mercedes Sports, right? He bought himself a convertible last year. He's a couple of years older than me. And he said, do you know what? I've always wanted one, and I've never got round to having it, but I'm going to buy one this year. And he did. He bought one, a white one. It's beautiful. And I said to him, I wouldn't waste your money on it because you'll never drive it. Now, he's had it now about 18 months. And I spoke to him the other day and said, how many miles has the car got on it? And it's only got 2,000 miles on it because he's so busy, he don't get time to go out on it and enjoy it. So he's a multi-millionaire. He's got real good business. Another friend of mine who's a multi-millionaire bought a mansion, lived in a mansion for 6 months. And for all his business brains and everything, he didn't think about having the fact that he had a mansion with a lot of grounds, that he'd have to have loads of staff, and that when he was at home, they were always bothering him for stuff, and he got sick of it and sold it, and now he lives in an apartment overlooking a beach. So it's kind of like this. It's just one of those things that having tons of money doesn't always answer the question. I'm sorry I've gone on, I've digressed. I don't know where I've got to with this. I could talk about this sort of stuff for hours. It's important stuff. And hopefully I try to keep my videos short about them because I can waffle on for